considered Mississippi, even though we were lacking in the terminology in those days. But Mississippi was actually the perfect little village. It was a place where a kid could grow up and be a kid. You would get yourself constantly in trouble with with the relatives, with the family members, with the with the older people. I mentioned briefly in a memoir that I wrote, the story of my life, about how you could look forward to the snuff-filled kiss from the little old ladies on the mother's board at the church. Mississippi was a place that was in order as a child, because you lived in this fantasy world, or as I look back today, it appeared to be a fantasy world, because today in the cities, you rarely, or you just can't seem to find the kind of things that I endured as a child in Mississippi, the running up and down the cotton fields, chasing the cotton trailers as they were passing, going to the cotton gins. You cannot find the discipline that took place back in those days. When I was a kid, man, my mother, when I stepped out of line, she popped me with the nearest thing that she could find. Today, I know she did it out of love. So that when I left the South, when I left Mississippi and go to the city, and to wherever life takes me in the world, when I look back to Mississippi, it gives me balance. It keeps me in line. It lets me know how disciplined and how effective that her methods, or the methods of those people who were part of raising that village, if you will. That was me and all my cousins and all my little friends. Any of our parents could give us a nice little spanking, and for the ballers today that will listen to this, a beat down. But you learn to appreciate life after Mississippi, because when you get to the city, you know how to act and you know how to live. So Mississippi was, for me, the perfect little world. It was a place of safety. It was a safe haven. It was Mississippi today for me is my rock and a hard place, so that I could remember that I had love in my life. And for those hurting people today, those kids who grew up to become men and women who can't find a place to reflect, my reflections of Mississippi is the force that drives me today. The passion and the love that I have for my father, the one you guys may know affectionately as Chief. Get me out of this, man. Mississippi is a place of remembering how blessed I am today. It's a place that rounds you. It makes you appreciate life and to value the little things. Mississippi is a place that breeds champions. When you come up in a loving family, it doesn't matter if there was a mother and a father, or if there was a single mother or a single father. It doesn't matter, because it gives you balance, because there will always somebody there to love on you and to keep you lifted and to discipline you when it was necessary. Mississippi was a place that you could come out of where few fell short in those days. Those people who are my age, who could leave that place, rarely do you find them in the prisons of this world, or being disrespectful to their elderly. Mississippi was a place that I know that I could watch my father get drunk on a Saturday night and wake up early Sunday morning and said, "Larry, I love you. I'm so ashamed because I spoke out of my head last night, and I'm sorry, forgive me." Imagine that, a father telling a son that, "I'm sorry, forgive me. I was out of my head." That's why my father today is my champion. We search around the world looking for heroes. The heroes came up right inside of my household, because I knew that rod, the disciplinary tool that my father used, those cutting words that said after he apologized, "Now get your clothes on, because now you're about to go to church." And so raising you righteously, if you will, directing you to the place where you can know who to depend on when life storms come. You know, he directed me to go to church. Find it kind of interesting that he never went a lot with us because he knew his place with God and he knew his place in life. He knew his place with men, and he would not be judged by men based on his actions. And for whatever reason, he chose to take those paths in life. Today, he's even in death. My father is a giant in me. He's why I do the things that I do. His spirit drives me every day. If he was alive today, when he see me cry, he would call me a sissy boy or something like that, in humor, because he never taught me to cry. That was a learned behavior. And when you are serious about what it is that you're doing, the tears are reflections of joy of how God brought me out of a suicidal state a few years ago in what I called my prayer closet in a one-bedroom apartment, a small place of confinement where I had nowhere else to go but in the presence of the Lord. And so that's my passion, is for people, the respect that I have for my father, the reflections that I have of great one, the place that shaped and molded